think if Ronaldo is a team player, I think he should step down.
So obvious to see that he just doesn't give you a whole lot. Seems to be on the way of things, in the way of this team actually getting forward with some sort of rhythm.
Look at it. Let's break it down.
One thing that's important, people please at home, the team needs to score, not you needs to score.
Ronaldo, if he would be a real team player, he would step down and let the young players flow.
All journalists and pundits and media, whoever, ESPN, whoever you name it, all they do is bash this man right here. That's all they do. This one particular game made the entire football world say that he's finished. He should retire. You saw what these pundits and journalists and all what they had to say. All these media teams. After one game, they're already preying on this man's downfall. And yes, as Portugal, as one of the best nations in the world, you should be beating Congo, like how you did against Uzbekistan. But man, they went on his skin. And of course Messi scoring a hat trick, red card. If people want to debate, I think it's a red, but red card or not, people are like, oh, look at Messi this, Messi that. Ronaldo's finished nowhere near the level. He comes into this match, a lot of pressure, a lot of eyes, and he scores two goals. For me, he could have scored like 4 or 5 goals. I think he was great. This game, his positioning, his awareness, his runs. He was really good this game. And yes, you can say it's Uzbekistan. Mbappe is doing it against Iraq. Haaland's doing it against these people. Messi's doing it against Algeria. I mean, it's still impressive. He's 41 years old, and scores. Now he has 10 World Cup goals. It's crazy how things switch up in a snap of the fingers. One day they're saying he's finished, this and that. Next day he's breaking records. Portugal's all-time goal scorer in the World Cup. The oldest player to score a brace in the World Cup. The first player to score in 6 different World Cups. It's crazy how media just switches up, and all these accounts, Fabrizio Romano, One Football, whatever, all these ESPN, Ronaldo. Field, you can go on their Instagram, you can check their reels, you can check their TikToks. It's all Ronaldo, what he did today. And just before that, they were just bashing him, and it's just it's crazy how people switch up just like that. Ronaldo's the biggest name in the world. You bash him at his worst, and then when he's at his best, you just switch up just like that. It's crazy. It's sad. But going to this match, I wanted to see a Joao Felix and Ronaldo partnership. I've been saying it. Roberto Martinez. People have not been a huge fan. I think Portugal, since they've gotten him, I think he was better than the primaries that they had. He had this Belgian golden era where he didn't really do much with them. But he said when he first joined Portugal, he has his full faith on Cristiano Ronaldo. And, a Euros placement with last 16 against France, it's hard. They're one of the best nations in the world. You win the Nations League, which is huge for them. People want to call it Mickey Mouse Trophy. I think it's still a really high regarded trophy judging by how many good nations are in there and the players are competing. It's literally like a second Euros. I don't get the friendly tournament bias thing people like to bring up. But people are saying, he doesn't want to drop Ronaldo. It's not because he's forced to. It's that he wants to put Ronaldo up top. He knows he's capable of, and you can see by his reaction, just smiling every time Ronaldo scored. It was great. I was really excited. I wanted to see Joao Felix, him and Ronaldo have a great partnership in Al Nassr. Joao Felix has 20 something assists, and they both had amazing seasons, a winning season for Al Nassr. So you wanted to see that right here. The oldest player to ever score a brace in a World Cup, Cristiano Ronaldo, still doing it. It's the same thing there. Ronaldo with a man of the match performance. It's not over yet. It's only the second game of the World Cup for each nation. Tomorrow starts or is it today? Today starts week 3 of the World Cup. So it's been crazy. It's been a really crazy World Cup. You have Haaland scoring 2 goals. You have Mbappe scoring 2 goals. You have Messi scoring 2 goals. You have Harry Kane scoring 2 goals. You have Cristiano Ronaldo scoring 2 goals. Now I just want to see Neymar. I want to see Neymar today just score one. I just want one goal. That's all I want. I grew up watching Neymar. I really want him to score against Scotland today. He's been injured. He's been off the radar for a little bit now. He's been Santos. Al-Hilal got injured towards ACL. Right before the PSG. It wasn't the last few stints over there. Did not work out. So I just want him to score in this World Cup. He deserves at least something. Cristiano Ronaldo, I said I'm back. 23 years like this. 23 years of just pure bias from media, from outlets, from journalists. They just hate this man for some reason. I don't know what it is. I don't know if he's cocky. I don't know if it's the Messi glaze, but the bashing of him it's crazy. Kids nowadays are going to support Messi. That's just without a doubt. It was 2022. They saw him lift the World Cup trophy. That game changed a lot of kids' minds. Growing up, you're like, oh, Ronaldo. You see that happen, and they switch up just like that. They say Messi's the best because they saw him win the World Cup. It's a shame because these kids are seeing the last stints of Ronaldo's career. The last 5 years is not the Ronaldo that I watched growing up. That's not the Ronaldo that scored hat tricks upon hat tricks, game after game against Bayern Munich, against Atletico Madrid, scoring bicycle kicks against Juve, winning the Champions League back to back to back. That is not the Ronaldo kids are watching nowadays. Ronaldo, he's different. He's not that level. Ronaldo's more of a 9, stay in the box. He's not going to do those crazy skills. He's not going to, do what Messi's doing and dribble and creating chances like he does. But you need a leader like Ronaldo. You need a guy who's gonna get you the goals. He's the man that's been doing it. He did it against Denmark. He did it against Germany. He did it against Spain. It's a shame he's scoring goals. It's a Saudi league. People are not gonna take credit. We're not gonna give him the respect for it. But he's still old. He's still scoring against these players in the Saudi league. I'm gonna just real quick on the list. He's 41 years of age, scoring. He was top scorer of the world 2 years ago. He's competing with the likes of Ivan Toney. He's completing the likes of Joao Felix, Yannick Carrasco, Karim Benzema, Ratugi, Marcus Leonardo, like I said, Ruben Neves, Coleman, Mane. I'm just naming some of the players here. There's it's players younger or around the same age, and he's still, competing in that level. I'm just gonna go into Halal team because they have, you have Darwin Nunez, you have Milikovic Savic, you have Malcolm, you have Ruben Neves, Cancelo, or he's in Barca now, but it's you can't. He left Madrid at the worst possible time. He did the three-peat. If he stayed, he would have won a few more Ballon d'Ors, would have won more Champions League. It's crazy, man. His career changed. Not saying it was a bad decision to go to Juve. He's getting bashed for making Juve worse. They won 7 in 7 years. He joined, they won out of 9 years, and then Juve were already falling off by the time Ronaldo was coming in. They didn't have the team of Tevez, of Pirlo, of all these like prime Paul Pogba, all these like superstars, Dani Alves, even at the time 2017. You didn't have like that prime Dybala, prime Buffon. He had stinkers. You didn't really have that perfect team of the prime Juve anymore. And him leaving to go United said you knew you weren't going to win anything. You weren't going to win the Premier League, but at his age, being the third top scorer, joint top scorer, for the second top scorer, that's still really impressive. But kids nowadays are not going to see it, and this is the World Cup for him to prove, to change everyone's mind, because it's more of a recency bias. Kids nowadays are not going to remember, or are only going to remember these past few years, from late Juve to middle Manchester to Al Nassr to losing the World Cup in 2022, and playing in the Saudi League. That's all kids are going to remember. They're not going to remember his Manchester United days. They're not going to remember. To kids, they're not going to know of his prime Real Madrid days because they didn't grow up in that era. And Messi won the World Cup during this era of generation of kids, and they're gonna bash him. In media, you know, you have Zlatan and Thierry Henry just hating, still lingering from that defeats that they had against an 18-year-old Ronaldo and against Ronaldo in the World Cup qualifiers against Sweden. It's so sad, man. It's really sad. Him saying, I'm back. It's only game 2. Step by step. Next is Colombia, a really good team, a really good Colombia. You know, Luis Diaz, an old James Rodriguez, Munoz from Crystal Palace. He's always looked great. It's Colombia. They need to beat Colombia. They want to finish top of the group. Ronaldo asked again and again about Messi. He's been getting asked about Messi all the time. He's been ignoring it. He's been dodging it. But this time he said, I couldn't care less about others. And when he walks away, he also said Mbappe also scored too. So you can see that. But these, you can't take them to any crazy consideration. They change every game that's played. You know, Argentina cannot, you know, this is round of 32 for England. It can switch to Ghana. It can switch to Paraguay. It can switch to whatever. These nations of brackets change left and right. So you can't really take these in consideration. But the one thing is that the Argentina and Portugal can verse in a way in the quarterfinals in Kansas City. I think if they both finish first, and then beat and win obviously around 32 and around 16, something like that, which is crazy. I personally, that's going to be probably the biggest match in the entire world. I think it would get more viewership than the World Cup final. I think that's how crazy it is. This is cool. Lionel Messi, first World Cup, June 16, 2006, and latest World Cup goal, June 22, 2026, and Ronaldo, June 17, 2006, and then June 23, 2026. I came in and I said Ronaldo wins Euros July 10, 2016. Messi wins Copa America July 10, 2021. That's supposed to be 2021. It's crazy. Like you can't make it up. You really can't. And then right here, obviously, the next game is against Colombia for Portugal. They have a really good team. Colombia is really good as well. So you'll see. We'll see what happens. Portugal are not officially, quote unquote, qualified to the next round yet. It's because if Congo win, they're gonna be tied in points, but I doubt Congo is gonna score 7 goals against Uzbekistan and then Portugal not scoring. So it's pretty much Portugal are gonna go to the next round, just depending if it's first seed or second. But crazy day in the World Cup today. Brazil, Scotland, Morocco's playing against Haiti. Mexico's playing against Qatar. I can't remember the matches, but it is a crazy World Cup. I've been trying to watch almost every game. I missed a couple, but for the majority, I've been watching most of them. But really excited, and yeah, let's get into them.